If you're hoping to travel between the UK and Europe by train, you're going to have to book the Eurostar. But in recent time, their three travel classes have had a bit of a rebrand. So what do each of them include? How much do they cost? And which one is the best value for money? Well, I have booked 3 tickets in all the classes, and in this video, we're going to find out. We kick off with Eurostar Standard. That is what I'm doing today, and I'm going to admit to you, I'm getting to the station a little bit later than what they recommend. However, the gate has not closed yet. It does not close until 30 minutes before if you're travelling in Standard or in Plus. And I'm just praying, hoping, wishing that the queues aren't going to be too bad. It is only the second train of the day. I got a mega cheap deal, and I might be slightly regretting it now. What a beautiful station. I just love it so much. There is a bit of a queue, but it's moving fast. I think we're good, guys. And here's my train. 7 o'clock is a bit too early, isn't it? Like, if your alarm's going off pre-5 a.m, you're in the silly hours of the day. Okay, probably as you expect, there is no perks to being in Standard. I'm in the queue like everybody else. I haven't got a separate queue that I can use. And we're just here, and we've got to go with the flow. It's literally 6 o'clock on the dot. How long is it going to take to get through security? Look how empty Premier is. I am so excited that I get to test that for this video. Through security, it's 6:10. Let's see how long this takes. Okay, that was pretty quick. It only took about 6 minutes. So yeah, it looks bad, all good. And now I get to show you the area. What do we call this? It's like a waiting area for those of us who are not posh enough to go into the lounge. So basically, every single train comes in here. So whether you're going to Paris, whether you're going to Brussels, whether you're going to Amsterdam, everybody is in this space. There's an information desk, an easy assist area, there are toilets. There's also a currency exchange. There is always. I would not recommend getting your money changed here. It's usually not the best rate when you're in the place of travel. They know they've got you at that point. But as you can see from all the feet on the floor, it's very busy and there's not many places to sit. If you fancy some food, don't worry, there are options. There's a very, very busy press manager in front of me here. Oh my God, it is rammed. I'm gonna duck in here into duty-free instead. Yep, there is duty-free. Right, how much do you think a bottle of water is in here? Oh, that's a lot cheaper than I was expecting. I swear in Pret next door it's like £3. All right, what else do we have in here? I was gonna say there has to be somewhere where you can come and get a pint or some wine before you get on your Eurostar, and this is it. I was not expecting this place to have food as well, but they've got some cold and hot grab-and-go food. And what are we saying for a pint? £7.60 for a pint and £5.50 for the smallest wine. Do you know what? It could be worse. And yeah, the rest of this is just seats, basically. There are a few spots where there are plugs, but they are rammed, and I think that's the general vibe of this whole place. There are not enough seats for how many people are in here. What is helpful is they have these departure boards dotted all around, so you can always see when you need to go and get your train. That's literally all you have to do in this space, is try and find a seat, grab a coffee from a very long queue, and wait for your train to be called. Okay, I quickly went to the loo. They called the platform, and now I'm probably one of the last people on the bloody train. But it does show you how quickly this can empty out when 2 trains get called. Seconds ago, this was rammed. Oh my God, I've got to make sure to get on the right train. You could so easily get on the train to Brussels. They leave minutes apart. Now, when I checked the seating plan last night, I saw how busy this train is. So I am a bit worried about me filming on here, whether it's going to even be possible. I did manage to snag what looked like the last pair of seats together. Someone might have booked into the seat next to me. In fact, they probably will have by this morning. I did it late last night. But let's keep our fingers crossed. Oh my God, I'm going the wrong way. Going the wrong bloody way. Let's keep our fingers crossed, but also that those 2 seats were at a table. And so no matter what, it's going to be so cringe. But bear with me. Let's see what the situation is like once we get on the train. Okay, this is me. Ooh. Now, is there going to be space for the bag? Because it is a very busy train, as I said. And they are good for their storage here. This is the space we've got to put it in. But it's pretty busy. Oh, there is space there. There's space. Okay, so this is the seat. That's mine there. And hopefully no one will turn up in that one there. The carriage is a 2x2 formation. And there's loads of luggage space up here, and also the luggage I already showed you.
Right, I'm actually going to put the mic to my mouth so I can speak as quietly as possible, because there are literally two men sat opposite me right now. They both have headphones in, thank the Lord, but still they can see what I'm doing. I swear this is the hardest bit, but actually you have to really quickly realise that people don't care that much about you. They are doing their own thing, they're in their own world. They might be judging me, but that's okay, because we can all just get on with our own day. So, let me tell you a little bit more about what you get in standard. So it's a pretty standard train seat. It's not going to really surprise you, but you've got some armrests. Do you know, it's really high up. The headrest is padded. It's comfy. It is one of the comfiest standard train seats out there. I'm looking to see if there's any light or any plugs. No, it's just a box standard seat. In terms of legroom, well, look, here is where I think the catch is of a table seat, because technically I have access to more space, right? But I might have to play a bit of footsie with this gent opposite me. He doesn't look like he'd be into it. Also, I find the tables on these trains just quite small. Like, in general, the space is a lot smaller compared to other train carriages in standard where you've got a table. Okay, there's got to be a plug. There's got to be a plug somewhere. It must be down here somewhere. Can you see it? I sent the camera down, but I can't see what's going on. I just watched that back. I bloody nailed that. And we are away. Right on time. Okay, so a lot of the perks that I'm going to talk about today for Eurostar Standard are going to be applicable for all the classes. Like, we are setting the standard as per the name of the class. And right now we're going to test out the Wi-Fi, which for me on previous Eurostars has always been fairly intermittent. I mean, you know you're struggling when it literally cannot bring up the page. But we have just gone into another tunnel. Right, I think we're going to have to wait until we get out. Internet speed test. Yeah, I don't think it's working right. We'll try that again after. If you travel on the Eurostar a lot, I would love to know if that is your experience of the Wi-Fi. Like, am I just having a bad run? Or is that pretty standard? I think we should go and check out the cafe on board. Oh, as a compass, let me talk about the baggage policy here, which, when you compare it to a flight, I think it's super generous when we are just paying the lowest fare that you possibly can, because you can take up to 2 bags with you. And by bags, they mean suitcases. So you could take 2 massive suitcases, and the big win is that there is no weight restrictions. Onwards. Shall we check out a loo whilst we're here? Hello? No. And if you're going to tell me that my lipstick's like the Buzzy Joker in it? Jesus Christ. That's what happens when you have to do your makeup on the tube. Welcome to the bathroom. And if you follow me on Instagram, which is there, you may know that I like to call this the shitter, which my mum hates. Sorry, Mum. Just realised that one of the few times I've promoted my Instagram on here is alongside a bloody toilet. It's fairly standard. You've got a sink, you've got soap. Is there loo roll? That's what, yes, there's loo roll. Does it flush? Yes, it flushes. All around, it's good, right? And if you play your cards right, there may be 3 toilet reviews in this video alone. All right, what are we dealing with? You've got pastries, you've got sandwiches, you've got snacks, you've got sweet treats, and then they've got tea and coffee and all that stuff too. Hang on. Is that my favourite French word? Saucisson. As for drinks, around £3 for a coffee. What about the booze? That's what we all want to know. For a wine, £6. For a beer, £5.30. All right, it's okay. I'm going to get a coffee and a pastry because I'm interested. Are the pastries coming from England or are they coming from France? Because I feel like we're going to be able to tell instantly, aren't we? That's from England. Let me show you something. You can buy your metro tickets from the Eurostar cafe. I have never done it before, I always forget. So here's what I got. It's called a Navigo Easy, and actually the tap on, tap off card that the locals use is called Navigo, so this is like a version of that, because normally you get those tiny little stumpy tickets, like Paris is living in the olden days when it comes to their metro tickets. And this has got 2 journeys on it, so I can use one today and one on my return as well. And that cost me £7. Now, I think that's more expensive than me buying 2 tickets. I will put in a clip right now whether this was a good deal or not. First things first, look at these queues for the metro. So I will not have to stand in one of those. However, I have just looked on the app because yes, you don't have to buy it from the ticket machines. You could buy it on an app. This is the app you're looking for. And yeah, my journey only was €2.50. So I overpaid by getting it from the Eurostar cafe, so will not be doing that again, but I'm glad that I tested it. I will do a little bit of research here and put the information right here as to why it was so much more. Maybe it's because it covers more areas and I'm only going like 2 or 3 stops, perhaps that's why. Right, back to me on the train. Right, back at my seat, and I want to quickly touch on what I think is one of the biggest perks of Eurostar, and actually it's pretty incredible that you get this even in the standard seat, and that is flexibility. The fact that you, as standard, can change the date and time of your train up until 1 hour before is incredible. And on top of that, if you want to actually cancel the train, you can do so up to 7 days before. Now there is a small fee. Yeah, compare that to a plane. I think that's absolutely amazing, especially for the cheapest fare. That 100% could be something that they, put for the next tier up as a perk. So fair dues, Eurostar. That's mint. Alright, had a bit of a nap. I am now going to attempt to do some work. But is the Wi-Fi working yet? Okay, we've got some life. Let's run that speed test. Come on, can it even load the page? Oh my god, it's actually come up. Wow. Honestly, you would really struggle to do worse, wouldn't you? Well, that is quite simply diabolical. I'm so glad I put all the effort in to capture that. And we've just arrived. Okay, I'll let everyone get off so I can get a few shots of the train and be able to speak to you normally. Oh my god, it's so nice to not be like whispering. But yeah, we have arrived in Paris on time. I hope that's not the beep for they're about to go and leave me on the train. No, it's reopening. No, I'm in Paris. So there we go. Given that it's the lowest of the classes that Eurostar offers, I think it's a pretty comfortable ride. Like, the seats are comfy, you've got a plug. Sure, the Wi-Fi is dog shit, but it is on most trains. And I think if you can get it for one of those cheap prices, you can't get a better value train ticket, I don't think, than the Eurostar. I mean, £39 or £35 if you get it in the sale to go to a different country. I think that is unreal. So that was my experience in Eurostar Standard. And whilst I'm going to leave you for this particular video, I'm going to take this opportunity to say hit subscribe, because actually today I'm off to get the train to Barcelona from Paris, and I'm going to film it, and I'm so excited about that. But for now, I'm going to hand you over to me back in London, about to try out Eurostar Plus. Bye! Good morning, we are back in St. Pancras, and today I am testing out Eurostar Plus. There was quite the queue when we turned up today, but it's moving really quickly. Okay, I best not record through security. I'll see you on the other side.
We're through. It only took about 15 minutes, and also, great news, I'm with someone for the next 2 trips. Of course you join me for Plus and Premier.
Yeah.
We've got the luxury expert here to tell us what he thinks.
That's what I'm here for.
Right, I actually think we can start boarding now, so shall we go out and check out the train? It's this way.
Once again, so much storage in the corridors, which I absolutely love, so our suitcases have gone up here.
Let's go find our seat. I found it.
That guy just came on and explained that our breakfast will come after departure with a hot drink. Is that right? and that they'll be with us soon, saying, have a nice trip. That's nice. We didn't get that in standard. We're off.
A very warm welcome aboard this Eurostar service to Brussels meeting. We'll be calling at Europe at 11:24 and arriving into Brussels at 12:05 local time. We do wish you a very pleasant journey on board Eurostar. Thank you.
So we've just left London St Pancras. So let me tell you about what you can expect from the seat and the carriage. So starting now, it is in a 2-1 formation, which means you'll get a bit more space compared to standard. Now up top it actually is quite similar. You've got the overhead storage, place to put your bags, and yeah, you get that in standard, so nothing extra here. Then you come down to the seat, and I think you can see straight away from the headrest, it's so much wider. You do get more space. It does feel more comfy. It's more like an armchair, if you see what I mean. Also here you've got a light, which you put on with a button down here. That's the armrest. This one goes up and down, but this one stays still. That is not going anywhere at all. Also down here you've got, well, I've got an EU plug and a USB charging port. However, I have spotted on James's side that he's got a UK plug. So yeah, perhaps choose your seat wisely to make sure you got the one for the country that you're travelling from. As for here, I have got a slide-out table. So I thought that would be quite nice. And me and James are travelling together, so it's nice to be sat opposite from him. However, there's not many seats like this in the carriage. I think there's only 2 that are singles for the table. Otherwise, you'd be sat in a 2 with a, what's it called, a fold-down table in front of you. There's actually not much more to tell you other than there's just a bit more room, a bit more leg space. James has just discovered something else, actually. Yeah, what's that? So this is normal position. Go for the recline. Better than nothing. So yeah, overall, a lot more space, definitely more comfy. However, I will say this one just feels a little bit tired.
I think that this is a new one.
Do you think?
I mean, it is new, but like a lot of it's quite dirty. Like this hasn't been cleaned. Filth.
Right, Kim and Aggie. Okay, yeah, James is right. It is all quite new. It just feels like it needs a little love, a little care and attention, and that would spruce and lift absolutely everything. Ooh, I think it's time for breakfast. What do you think of your spread?
Small.
It's small, isn't it?
Yes. Child's orange juice.
Yeah, we have been lucky enough to travel in this class before, and I will say that the breakfast portions are a lot smaller than what you get at dinner time or lunchtime. In fact, if I can find any proof of this from my previous journeys, I will insert it here. But we went for the savoury option, so we've got a ham and cheese little baguette like this. Should we give it a go? The bread is almost brioche. That's very, very tasty. This is the yogurt. It's got like a charred pineapple on top of it with some little nuts. It does look really nice, actually. I mean, it's lovely, but I think if you're getting on this train hungry, you may have to go buy yourself some snacks from the cafe as well. As James showed you, we opted for orange juice. They also gave you a choice of like another juice and water. And then we opted for coffee, and they have tea too. That's quite nice, isn't it?
Even though it is tiny, it's actually quite nice.
Let's go see what the toilets are like. There's definitely nothing fancy about these toilets. They are the standard toilets, and I guess how they look will depend on where you are in the carriage and also how old the train you're on is. But here's this one. There's not much to show. I do like that there's this full-length mirror here, but that was exciting, wasn't it? One thing I will say, and I am absolutely part of the problem, is that when you're sat by the door, people come and go so often. So if you're someone who doesn't want to hear the constant sound of it coming and going, then place yourself in the middle of the carriage. We're in France. So the service has been great. They've been topping up the teas and coffees, but we do need to talk about the elephant in the room.
What's that?
Where's the boots?
Oh yeah.
Where's the boots? I don't think they do it at breakfast.
Il y a no beer.
Wow, so French.
Are you desperate for a beer now?
I'm not. I'm just thinking that people watching this might think, where is the booze?
Sounds like you've got a problem.
Look, we go to the airport and have a 9 a.m. beer.
That's true.
So why is there not a thing on the train? You just enjoy your lovely tea instead. Also, one of the crew members saw me filming and was like, what are you doing this for? And we got chatting. And he actually revealed that this is not a new train, but it is a refurbished train. So we were kind of both right, James.
I think he said that this was a 2019 train.
Okay.
Now, in my head, that's still quite new.
You're right. It's not super old, but he did say there are newer trains. And we have arrived. So that's Eurostar Plus done. Now on to Premier. Yes, we finally are here to test the final class.
My favourite of the classes.
The Eurostar Premier, which is it's like their business class.
My favourite of all the classes.
You have not done it before?
No, but I know it will be.
Well, we are here to test whether it's actually worth the price, because this is how much it normally will cost you. However, I will say we did not pay that.
No.
Do not worry, because I actually booked this in the 30th anniversary sale, which
Yes.
we got off
30%.
Well done. Now, we are here 1 hour before our train, but one of the massive perks of Premier is that actually the gates close for us 15 minutes before.
Yeah, time is money in business. Got to
Yeah.
do some calls.
Yeah, so hopefully the queues are massive in there. We get to, skip them. In the taxi, actually, I checked, and it did say it's very, very busy.
Ooh.
So hopefully that is worth the money. But there are some other things we get for free included.
Does someone carry my bags?
No, they don't. We do get the lounge though. So
Yes.
once we get through security,
Yeah.
we can check that out. But look, come on, let's go through.
Come on.
Ooh. Okay,
no.
so that's our. Do we get to go another way, James? Where are the queues?
Here.
No.
I get to go down this aisle.
I think it might be down here.
Okay.
James, why is this queue merging with the other queue?
Hello.
Excuse
Gotta
me.
do business. Business time. Let's just go through.
Okay, straight through to security. Also, there's no queue the other side either. But I'm going to put you away because you're not allowed to film here. So speedy. I think the whole thing took us 3 minutes. But I've got to say, I think we only saved
Worth
about 5 minutes
Worth.
versus standard.
Worth it.
So I'm not sure if it's worth the cost just yet. But we are now ignoring all the stuff that they're trying to sell us because we are about to dive into a world of freebies.
Yes.
I mean, sure, we paid for it. Just go with me now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Look at this.
Is this very you?
Look at the quality. Look at that.
Do you just like it because it's the shape of something? Let's go get a dram. See what's on offer. They've got more.
I've got gin. This is luxury. This is so worth the money. How much was it?
You don't even know.
Do you want gin?
Yeah, I'd love a gin,
I'll
please.
do a gin for you.
Yes, please.
Would you like tonic?
Yes, please. What a professional. Over here we've got snacks, little nibbles, little pretzels. Then we've got red wine. I thought that was champagne, it's not, it was red wine. We've got white wine and rosé. We've got little nibbles, snacks, cute. And then you've got some fruit and some crisps. Oh, and I found more snacks. Oh, they look good. Yes.
This, I'm not working at the moment. This is new. This is a mixologic. Perfect cocktails in a few seconds. It's new, apparently. And this is a touchscreen, I'm guessing. You go, I would like a margarita. And then somewhere it appears.
But yeah, we are too early for it. They are just installing it.
I'm going to Google it right now.
That looks so cool. Also, we've just been told they have a separate lounge if you are going from here to Paris or to Amsterdam, and that's where they have a mixologist. So I didn't realise that. I did ask, could we have got in there without a ticket? And she was like, no, you go to London, this is your lounge. Cheers! So I would say this lounge is on the small side compared to the other ones. And how do I know about the other ones? Well, I am lucky enough to be able to get free access into them with my Amex Platinum credit card, which I've done a full blog post about whether or not it's worth the £650 annual fee. Ridiculous. And all you need to know is it may not work out for you, but for me, it helps me save money. Anyway, back to lounges. This one is small, but I would say they are very, very attentive. It's nice. Do you like it in here?
Yeah.
It feels really, really lovely. It's nice and quiet, apart from the dickhead who's speaking into a camera. But you will get a different lounge based on where you're departing from. This is what the London one looks like. It has 2 levels. And I think I've got some videos, or at least pictures, from the one in Paris, which is actually the fanciest of them. But what I will say about Paris is it never has any food. I don't know if I'm just always there on the last train of the day and so they've taken it away, but there is never good snacks in Paris. Let me know if you've seen any different. But one of the really nice things about being in the lounge actually just happened to you. James
What?
Looked at the screen and went, the gate's closing.
Yeah, it's got a red light next to it.
Yeah, and the woman said, don't worry, sit down. We will let you know when you need to get up, get yourself a drink and relax.
That is just perfect. Because I can
That's
do
nice.
some more business in this time.
What business are you doing today, James?
Just taking calls, doing emails. Voucher, Amazon. The darkness. No. Business.
Just say Rolex.
Your feedback is important to us.
Okay, what we're learning,
NatWest.
what we are learning here is that James is not as fancy as he thinks he is.
Just got too many emails to go through. Too many people want to get hold of me. Most of these emails, I can't say who they're from.
Okay, right. Everyone is bored of this. So shall we just relax and enjoy our James?
Yes.
Do you want any snacks? Actually, no. Let's not snack because we get food on the train.
Okay.
And that is apparently a big selling point of Premier.
Eurostar 256 is now ready for boarding. We wish you a pleasant journey.
Let's go. Oh, and look, you get free magazines. Let's go. The lounge is empty, so it looks like everyone else will have boarded, and we are one of the last to be getting onto the train. Okay, we found the crowds of people now.
Yes.
Now, what I will say, like, I don't mind personally, but if you're paying for business, I would expect to like have a separate entrance or something. I thought it'd be really fancy.
No, it's not fancy.
No, we're with everyone else, which I'm not complaining.
Are you livid about that?
I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying when you pay, I was expecting perhaps
See,
our own little
The
lane.
back door.
Yeah, but we're in a big queue with everyone else. Yay! James, what are you expecting from our seats?
Caviar.
Luxury.
Being fed grapes.
Ooh, hang on. What number is ours?
7.
Oh, next one. No, this looks well similar. We've seen this before. We've seen this before. Right, don't get me wrong. Not complaining. These seats are lovely,
Sounds like you're complaining.
but they are exactly the same as the last class.
Identical. Carpet, same. Seats, same. Head covers, same.
This little light here, the same.
Same.
The same. So what are you paying for?
Food?
Right, okay. Get the website up. What's the website say?
Yeah. Work or relax in perfect peace.
Okay. I mean, someone's chatting, just saying.
Hello. Read this.
So are we. Someone sneezed.
Whether you want the perfect start to your holiday or you need a focused few hours to finish your work, business, we'll make your Eurostar Premier journey the best it can be. And it starts with extra legroom, spacious tables, and comfy reclining seats in our dedicated Eurostar Premier coach.
But yeah, these seats are exactly the same as Eurostar Plus.
Exactly.
So if you were hoping to get a better seat, you will not find it here. But let's see. Perhaps there's something else that we get in addition.
What else do we get?
Go on, James.
Enjoy a journey through flavour with our Premier dining experience.
Oh, okay.
From fine wines to bold flavours.
Yeah.
Welcome to an onboard fine dining experience like you've never tasted before.
Okay, that sounds really good. So that's where, because last time we did not get a lot. It was breakfast, but it was pitiful.
It was tiny.
It was really small. And there
Mitch's
was no
dick.
wine.
It was
Excuse me?
a very small amount. A Mitch's dick is a good measurement of how small it is.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so we do have something new and exciting Just not the seats.
Will I get a gin and tonic?
That's a good
I
question.
don't want wine today. I've
Well,
had too much wine.
If we get any booze at all, it'll be better than Eurostar Plus the other day.
That's true.
Oh. It's a napkin.
You know what now?
Oh.
For God's sake.
This is why we're normally not allowed in business class. We're going. Bye, Brussels.
We're moving.
We've just been given this. Can I get champagne, please? Oh my God, gin and it's fancy gin. It's really fancy gin.
Silent pool.
It's good.
It's like silent pool when I go to poo when I got older.
I would have put money on you doing that joke. Right, can you stop?
We're doing business, stop it.
Premier. You might like it, please.
Oh, God.
Cheers! Ah, that's so cool. And look at mine.
So far, it's very good.
Could have paid for a champagne in the shop. You are settling way too early. Let's wait to see what the food's like.
Your tray to start. Amuse-bouche, potato salad.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So we've got potato salad, we've got cheese, we've got bread, we've got chocolate pudding, and our main will come after. Also, show 'em what we saw, which is well fancy. James, let's see if it's actually any good. Let's give this a go. Hang on. You don't like that?
No. Not for me.
What are you going to do? You're going to send it back?
No, not like that.
Would you say it's because it's bad or because of preference?
Preference.
Okay. Right. We can deal with...
It's quite pickly.
Yeah, I like pickles. What number 2?
Oh yeah, the spillage. Every single time.
It's like new. What about the bread? That's good. You happy? Thank God for that. And here is the oxtail. So good.
Good.
But they put an alarm on. Warning,
good alarm.
warning.
Delicious alarm.
Let me give it a quick go. That's really lovely. The service is bloody good. Literally, the guy came past and went, "Madam, pass me your glass." You saw it was empty, and he filled her up. You really do not have to ask, do you? Mind you, your gin... Oh no, you have still got the gin there. That's on you. We've now got a tea, and I've got a coffee and a champagne. Time to test the chocolate cake. That's lovely. It's like a mousse, actually. Mousse with nuts on top, washed down with some coffee. They're decent. The food has been decent. James, you're not normally a big fan of chocolate cake, so
No.
give me your thoughts, please.
It is quite nice.
All cleaned up, all done. Oh my God, look how pink my face is. It is warm on here, but do you think it's got anything to do with how many of these I've sold?
Yes.
I'll be honest, I think that's it really from what we're going to get, i.e. I am interested to know how often they're going to top up our drinks, but otherwise, I think we've had everything we're supposed to get. Right, let's see if the bathrooms are any better. No, they're exactly the same. What's happening?
I didn't even ask.
Right.
Disappeared. That's good. That's business.
And we're back in London. Yes! And we're home. What did you make of it, James?
Well, the food was good. The service was
The
lovely.
service was much better than anything I've ever had on Eurostar before. Fair
Yes.
enough, fair enough.
So, the seats were the same.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would absolutely not pay for that.
I would, because I got two or three gins.
You can go and buy a gin from the bloody onboard shop, James.
But it was free.
Do you know what? As a treat, and the fact that we got 30% off meant that I would do it again if it was that price. However,
It's a good price.
for the price that you often have to pay for that, that's an absolute no from me. What I would recommend, honestly, is always travel standard, because it's only 2 hours.
Yeah.
It is only 2 hours, but treat yourself to Plus when you see that it's just the same price or a tenner more, which does happen.
Right.
Have you seen that before?
Yes.
When you're, I was going to say, have you seen it before when you're booking? You doesn't book it. Yeah.
Well, I bet it is. It does happen sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes it actually works out cheaper than the standard seat. I know. If you see that, I would absolutely recommend just paying the extra tenner, especially if it's not breakfast, because then you get booze. But let us know in the comments which one would you be going for, and do you think Premier is actually worth the price difference?
Yes.
No. And if you are not subscribed already, then make sure you do that right now. And also, YouTube's going to put up on here a video it thinks that you will like. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.